I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't understand the new generation of men, cuz. Like, when did the physical part of being a man go out the window, cuz? When did it go out the window, cuz? Like, bro, y'all don't even want to cut the grass, cuz. Y'all don't want to wash a car. When you wash a car, cuz. Don't know how to change a tire, bro. All y'all want to do is just dress up and get cute with your rhinestone clothes, cuz. Take shots and take pictures in the section with the bottle and smoke hookah. I ain't trying to assassinate your character, home, but what do that sound like to you, cuz? Hated it. I'm just saying, though. Like, damn, bro, do something physical, my nigga. Damn. Get your nails dirty, bro. Go fishing. Fight somebody. Just something. Cuz be a man, cuz. Y'all don't want to do nothing but put your little clothes on, take pictures, and be cute, cuz. And you wonder why these females be calling y'all sassy. Like, bro, y'all don't even want to sweat no more, cuz. I don't understand y'all. Like, ain't nothing manly, bro. I don't, whatever, cuz.
Shout out to the content creator. Listen, man. He absolutely right. And I've been saying this for a while. Um, you know, I speculate where a lot of the big turn came from when it was like, boys stopped becoming men and, men stopped growing, right? And there's a saying I've always said, and I don't even know if I coined this, right? But I've never heard nobody else on the internet say, people get older, but they never grow up. That's something I've been saying forever. But in the sense of this particular message, listen, a lot of boys are raised by single mothers. See, even in the 90s, when we start first seeing the epidemic of single mothers, right? Because a lot of men were locked up, a lot of men was just out the home because of government assistance and stuff like that. A lot of boys who was raised by single mothers still had the village of men around them. They had uncles, they had granddad, grandparents, they had uh, cousins. They had other men who might have been like friends of, like, let's say the daddy was out of home, but it was like, hey, I call him my brother or my uncle, even though he might have been a friend, he was still close by in vicinity, right? To be able to have hands on that boy being raised. And now that's no longer the situation. See, a lot of these young boys coming up now, they don't, let me say that, yeah, they don't play sports where they're around a lot of other men. So not playing sports, they don't get that rite of passage through young boys to become a young man, right? They missed that time period. And I shot a video on this like a while back. A guy, he actually said it better than me, but he said it as well. Like, it's a rite of passage. It's where boys become young men. And that's just not what's going on nowadays. But I tell you what, if you ever see a boy who plays sports, oh yeah, he ain't scared to sweat, right? He understands competition. He not afraid to cut that grass. He not afraid to get his nails dirty. You see what I'm saying? He not afraid to get out there and do manly things. He ain't afraid to change a tire. You follow me? He down to get down and dirty. And a lot of these boys have missed that. They've been at home playing a video game all the time. They never really went outside, so they never sweat. They never touched grass. You follow me? They never had the, like, I know. You know what? I was talking to my father-in-law, man. Shout out to him. He just told me this story, and it's something that I've noticed as well. He was like, he went to a gas station, and I think it was a woman pumping the gas. I don't know if it was her son or it might have been her son, but I think he said he spoke to him, was like, yo, pump the gas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of young boys don't even get out the car to pump the gas for their mothers. But I blame the mothers. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, why are y'all not telling them to get up out the car? They just ride like passenger seat princesses. You got to get it. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about a young boy or a teenager, 13, 14. Hell, I was pumping gas at 6, 7 years old. Soon I could pick up the handle. All they had to do was, matter of fact, I was sitting in, hey man, go tell them put 5 on pump 5. You know what I'm saying? You take the $5, because a lot of times back then, nobody had a credit card, especially in the 90s. So, hey, go tell them put 10 on 5, go tell them put 5 on 5, whatever it was, right? You walk in the gas station, You better remember, sometimes you forgot, like, damn, what was the pump? You trying to find it, be like, oh, that's my mama over there. What pump they on? Oh, that's on pump 5. All right, let me get 5 on 5. You got to go back. She'd be like, all right, pull out the handle, put in a hit, this button here. You didn't really understand the different grades, but she'd be like, hit that button right there. Right. And then when you pump it to a stop. But I say that was at like, honestly, man, probably like 6, 7 years old. I'm out there pumping gas. You follow me? They sitting in the car. It don't matter if it's cold, hot. You know what I'm saying? You got to pump the gas. That was just what boys did. Another thing, boys don't even take out the trash no more. Bro, listen, for men, even this day, that's our thing. We got to cut grass and take out the trash. Cut grass and take out the trash. They don't even do that no more. I remember when at my sister's house one time, yeah, it was getting a little dark. She was scared to send him out to them. Like, man, he'll be all right. He going literally out the door, not even down the hill. It's like, that would have been, 10 steps to the trash can? Because most times sitting on the side of the house, right next to the door. Man, have him take out the trash. Have him roll. Then guess what? When it's time for y'all to get ready to go, for you to take him to school, walk to the school bus, he need to grab that trash can. He need to roll it down, put it in a spot where the trash man can pick it up. When he come home later from school, he need to grab that trash can. He need to take it back and put it in the spot. I do not understand what's going on. Why that's not being taught. But I do understand it because, hey, it's a lot of women raising these boys. The way I just articulated that, they not telling them boys that. They scared to tell them. You follow me? And again, this is straight facts. This ain't me trying to bash women. This is straight facts. They're not telling them that. We see it all the time. Pull up at a gas station. Your boy sitting in the car in the passenger seat. His mom outside pumping the gas. What's up with that? Or instead of have him go out there and cut the grass with an electric lawnmower, at that, he ain't got to pour the gas in there. Listen, it wasn't the first time I cut grass, because I remember my uncle took me to some guy named Mr. Dean. And me and my cousin went over there. I think we might have been like 9 or 10. And he's showing us how to pour the gas in there, how much, how to cut the grass, how we got to follow when we go down, how to come back and follow the line, and how to use the edger, how to blow the leaves, everything. We've been taught that 9 or 10. Because they're like, hey, one day you may have your own house. Or hey, maybe one day you might want to start your own business. Maybe you want to help somebody out by cutting their grass. Now you know how to cut grass. You feel me? But yeah, I feel this message, man, because I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing our young boys not becoming men, not going through the rite of passage, man. And I like I said, I think a lot of it is sports is not, listen, there's still a lot of boys who play sports, but not as it used to be. There are more young boys on the video game than actually out there in the field playing sports. That's just what it is. And when you playing sports, man, you just learn so much about yourself. You learn how to be around other boys, right? You learn how to be coached and developed, right? You're around real masculinity from the coaches who gonna push you, right, in the right way, who gonna get on you, get on your butt when you make a mistake so they can correct you in the right way. You follow me? Who are actually there to allow you to be in a situation where you can have controlled failure. You can do repetitions of controlled failure. That way you learn how to win when you fail. All this stuff, man. So hell yeah, the guys, if they never went through a lot of that, and again, you don't only got to play sports, but if you went around other men to offset that, you missing so many lessons as a young boy. And women don't know that stuff. They don't understand that. You follow me? They don't understand why it's so important for a young boy to be out there pumping the gas for his mom so he can learn to look around and see if there's any danger, right? So he can understand why it's so important to be in alert because his mama be so distracted, right? He don't understand. He ain't learned why it's important to open the door for your woman. So because they not focused and your head's constantly on the swivel, monitoring danger, and you make sure they get in the car safely first. You follow me? To do hard things around the house because they mama workers are hard because she's a single mother, and you help you help uplift the heavy lifting. Meaning like she coming home from work, she been working all day, you taking out the trash, right? Or hey, you cutting the grass, so she ain't gotta hire somebody, she saves some money. They missing these lessons that they can only get through other men. So this is why the message that he's asked, the question that he's asking through his message, this is why. And I'm sure there's a lot more to it. But a lot of boys just not outside no more. That's the other thing. They're just not outside no more. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Man, every summer, listen, me and my boys around the neighborhood, we on bikes. We in other neighborhoods 5 miles away in swimming pool. We out there all summer. We outside. Hey, I'm talking about, man, from like 6 in the morning. We like, yo, we gonna link up. We gonna get on bikes. We going to this neighborhood to check in with these boys. We're gonna go to this neighborhood. We're gonna ball, play some basketball. We're gonna come back around this neighborhood. We're gonna chill with the girls in the pool. And then hell, what time we gotta be back? We gotta be back at this time because we can't let the lights catch us. We gone all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. And here, listen, here's the thing. There was sometimes we might have just been out the house to somebody else's house. Cause back in the day, that's when we had like the Nintendo and stuff, right? You run around the neighborhood like, damn, cause you know, as a young kid, you didn't have cell phones. So the only way you knew where your homeboys was at was either they was outside playing basketball, you heard them, or you seen like a pile of bikes in somebody's front yard. That was the only way you knew where everybody was at. And you already knew, okay, such and such, man, they got, like everybody might have had a Nintendo. Like you might have had 2 sticks. All right, we're going to bring out 2 sticks and take them to home. But now we got 4 sticks. Now everybody can play because you might have had a video game that was 4 players, but you only had 2 sticks. So you'll take that video game. So now we got 4 players at somebody else's house because they had the other sticks. You follow me? Like that's what it was. But we was around other boys talking smack, learning how to talk smack, talking about, man, you like this girl, whatever. Like we're building the manhood, the young boy that we building that rite of passage. You just learning how to like kick it. They don't do that no more. And listen, I know that times have changed where, you know, a lot of connections are through social media, but it's still a lot you can do, man, versus just being in front of that computer screen for young boys, being behind that microphone on a video game. So anyway, I thought this was a great message. Shout out to the content creator. If you got a lot of value from the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video out because I guarantee somebody need to hear this message. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.